Hey everyone, it is London and I am so excited to have you back with us for Happily Adventures After. And here is our series, Hey Disney, Give Me a Review, which is where we give you real, honest, and excellent reviews for all the information you need on a specific topic, whether it be at a Walt Disney World attraction, maybe it's at a Walt Disney World dining experience, maybe we step off property or experience something else such as live entertainment or one of my favorites, a fireworks show, which hint hint nudge nudge is what we are doing today. So just as a refresher, Hey Disney, Give Me a Review acts as your concierge to all things Disney. Just like the Hey Disney feature on the Amazon Alexas in the Walt Disney World resort rooms, we're here to bring the magic straight to you. Whether you're planning your trip to Walt Disney World, Disneyland, a Disney cruise, or something even better, maybe you just want to experience the magic of the Disney parks, flights, experiences, and so much more at home. Well, we have got you covered. All right, let's jump in because I cannot contain my excitement anymore. We're going to talk about, as you know from the title because you clicked on this podcast, we are talking about Happily Ever After fireworks show, which, breaking the spoiler here, is a 5 out of 5 fireworks spectacular. If I could give it a 5+, I would. I love this show. So come on, let's jump in and let's talk about it. Let's set the stage. When the sun sets behind Cinderella's castle and the lights dim on Main Street, USA, something truly magical begins to stir in the heart of Magic Kingdom. A hush falls over the crowd. You can feel the anticipation. A collective breath is held by every dreamer of all ages. And then it begins. Happily Ever After. Once you hear that music, the da-na-na-na-na, and Jordan Fisher comes through, you are experiencing Disney Nighttime Spectacular. And it bursts into life in a crescendo of fireworks, music, and heart-stringing storytelling magic that leaves not a single dry eye or unlit spirit in the park. And there's no doubt in my mind that Happily Ever After, not only is it a 5 out of 5 plus point star, whatever you want to call it, show, it is an incredible experience. So I hope you could get my enthusiasm from that, just from setting the stage, because goodness me, this show is spectacular. I even liked it so much, I used it as inspiration for the name of the blog and the podcast and all of that. Truly, Happily Ever After is one of the best, if not the best fireworks spectacular I think Disney has ever put on. And you can tell that is a collective opinion by most people because they brought it back after they got rid of it for a while, and no. It was brought back. So as you can tell, this is loved. So let's take a look back at the history of Happily Ever After. This fireworks show actually debuted on May 12, 2017, and it replaced the beloved, but it was a little bit, I say this with love, aged Wishes, which was called Wishes, A Magical Gathering of Disney Dreams. And it was a really wonderful show, but I think Happily Ever After does a much better job of pulling on those heartstrings. Wishes ran from 2003 to 2017. I've seen Wishes a few times, but I think that Happily Ever After takes the cake, may I say. Wishes does hold a special place in so many people's hearts, but Happily Ever After came in not only to fill those shoes, but to soar miles and miles above them. What makes Happily Ever After so iconic and instantly special is its projection mapping. And that, combined with traditional fireworks, lasers, the enveloping of Cinderella's castle with these projections and dazzling scenes, as well as those character moments that are synchronized perfectly with the original score music. And I think that does such a spectacular job. Happily Ever After did a great job at making a new level of storytelling magic that sets the bar high, not only for Walt Disney World, but other theme parks around the world who want to use and compete with this technology. Now, unbeknownst to everybody who was very unhappy about this, Happily Ever After was actually retired briefly on September 29, 2021 to make way for Disney's Enchantment, which was a celebration of Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary. Now, the fandom was overwhelmed because the outcry for Happily Ever After to come back was huge. So, Disney decided, hey, let's tap into that. They announced at the D23 Expo in 2022 that on April 3rd, 2023, Happily Ever After will return, refreshed and more breathtaking than ever, welcoming cheers and thunderous applause. Everybody was so excited. Yeah, Disney Enchantment was good. It was there. I think the Enchantment Spectacular with, the addition of Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse in the beginning, so the later one, was a much better show. But I do believe that Happily Ever After supersedes this in so many ways, just because you can feel the passion that the singers provide, and the storytelling is beyond a doubt. It is amazing. So let's talk about the song. We were just on it. Let's talk about the original theme song. The theme, Happily Ever After, which was composed by Adam Watts and Andy, I think it is Dodd, please forgive me if that is incorrect, created a soaring ballad of hope, courage, and belief in dreams. It's sung by Angie, and again, I really do apologize for the names, everybody, Kelleher, I believe, and Jordan Fisher. And I'm not sure who Angie is as well, but I do know Jordan Fisher from quite a few things, whether it be on Broadway, from Disney Channel original movies such as Teen Beach movie series, and other things. I guess he was on Liv and Maddie. I was a little too old for Liv and Maddie, so I didn't really see much of it. And my personal favorite, he was on Dancing with the Stars, which I think is super fun. And so many more. They do a great job. This song is sung with, like I said, such passion, and feels like a warm hug with an inspirational anthem all at once. And once you hear it, you cue the tears, because it is a moment that makes you believe in the power of dreams, the strength of courage, and the beauty in every person's unique story. The other part gets me is when you hear the Lion King, because I love the Lion King, and that just gets me every time. So it is a great show. The show's music weaves through over 20 Disney and Pixar films, including moments from movies such as Moana, Aladdin, Brave, The Lion King, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Tangled, and much more. Each musical moment connects directly to the show's theming of facing fears, finding strength, and chasing your destiny. So now that we know about the music, which is spot on, let's get into the visuals and storytellings, because these bring the show to life. The visual storytelling is nothing short of revolutionary. Disney Imagineers elevated the show by using state-of-the-art projection mapping, which transforms Cinderella's castle into a living, breathing canvas. You'll watch Rapunzel's lanterns lift off from the turrets, Hunchback of Notre Dame glow with fire and passion, while Moana sails into the stars, right from the castle's base. Pair that with the incredible pyrotechnics, so fireworks, which launch from around the castle and across all of the park's perimeters, and the result is a 360-degree sensory wonder. Each boom in the sky is choreographed to an underscore of emotional beat or a triumphant moment in the story. They did an impeccable job. And let's not forget those lasers, those lighting effects, and those soundtracks that just fill up the space around you. Main Street USA and Magic Kingdom is more than just a viewing area. It becomes part of the show. So now that we know about the show, I want to get into tips to help you get the best viewing experience. We're not going to get into pros and cons here. I normally give you a pros and cons, or for instance, this is how much it cost. Did it cost for our money? No. Happily Ever After, it is a show that runs basically every day unless weather doesn't permit, or there's a special event such as a Mickey's Not So Scary or a Mickey's Very Merry. Either of those are additional ticketed party options. They have their own fireworks show, and the Magic Kingdom Today guest closes early on those days. So you're not going to get Happily Ever After. You'll get a specific fireworks show that is to those parties. So unless weather does not permit, Happily Ever After runs basically every day, and times do change throughout the season to accommodate, for instance, the sun going down. So if it's summer, sun goes down, as we all know, a little bit later in the day. If it's winter, it goes down earlier in the day. So they do change by about an hour or so. And sometimes during holidays, they'll do another round. So sometimes I've seen them, it hasn't been lately, I've seen them do 2 shows in a night. Not often, but I have seen it maybe a couple times. Don't count on it, I'm just saying. Now, why am I not doing pros and cons? Because I truly think there's no cons to this. I think that because it's included in your ticket, it is a must-do. Do I go to Happily Ever After every single time I'm there? No, because sometimes I am tired and I cannot stay up that late. However, if I'm in the park, will I stop and watch it wherever I am? You bet. You can see this fireworks show from anywhere in the park, truly. You can't see the projections as well in some of the areas, such as Fantasyland, as you're tucked back behind. Tomorrowland's a little bit difficult. Now, Frontierland, you can, depending on where you are. So again, Adventureland, same thing, depending on where you are. You can see the projections, but you can see the fireworks completely all around you, and they pump the music. They lower the lights, they pump the music all throughout the park, and I think it is spectacular. Wherever I am, if I'm there, because I am not a night owl, as we all know, I will stop and I will watch this and just be in awe. I love this. A quick little tip on a viewing spot. A lot of people either like to get in the hub. So as we all know, Magic Kingdom is a spoke and wheel area, and the hub is considered right in the beginning of the castle. So that's circle or in surrounding areas. Yes, awesome. You can sit there. It's crowded. People like to get there an hour and a half, save their spot. If you want a good spot, I would do it. I really would. Another great place to watch it, this is dependent on if it's open, is all the way down Main Street where the train station is. Sometimes they allow viewing from that area because they do projections also up Main Street now. When it came back, it was enhanced with these projections. Actually, one of my favorite places to watch it is, weirdly enough, by the Country Bear Jamboree. You do not get all the projections, but you do get all the people gone, and you can just stop and watch and just enjoy. And I think that is one of the best places to watch it if you've seen it a million times and you're just there for all the music and the fireworks and the feelings and the happiness and all the emotions. But another really great place, if you want to, is also, hear me out, you're not going to see everything, but from the back of Cinderella's castle. I'm just telling you all these viewing areas just because it's nice. If you're looking at watching it, which I definitely think you should. However, I believe that behind Cinderella's castle, you can see all of the fireworks that are pumping through, and you see them from the back of Cinderella's castle being lit up, and it is beautiful. There's also the opportunity to purchase the addition of a dessert party. So these are expensive. They're over $100 per person, US dollar plus tax. And so I've looked into doing one just so I can get a good reserved spot. So you get the desserts and then you get a reserved spot in the, depending on where you are in the tiers of dining packages, you may get one at right in the center, one off to the side on the hub grass. It all just depends on which one you've got. However, I can't fathom spending over $100 for a dessert party because I can't eat $100 worth of candy and treats and all of that just for a fireworks show. But I do love it, and I think it's a good idea. I've thought about it, I've toyed with the idea, but I haven't done it. I may be one day, but I haven't right now. So I think that if you are going to do it, definitely check out. If you haven't seen it, go to the front. Reserve that spot early, go to the front. But if you have seen it, go kind of off the beaten path, and that'll allow you just to enjoy the moment and enjoy being there. Okay. So now that I've told you where to go, I want to give you some tips for the best viewing experiences. We talked about the hub. So if you're going to the hub, as I said, people are sitting, camping out around an hour and a half early. So I suggest that you arrive early. The hub and Main Street really do fill up fast. People are sitting there just for a front row seat. Especially those prime spots and directly in front of Castle View, they go fast. So if that's what you want to do, go early. An hour to an hour and a half early is your best bet. Plop yourself down. Don't obstruct anybody. Don't take away from anybody. But just plop yourself down and enjoy. Now, if you can't get right in front of the castle, Main Street is also another wonderful option. Just know that with the building projections, you may not be able to see the one that you are on the side of because you can't see both sides, if that makes sense. Additionally, as a note, if you are trying to exit the park during the fireworks, it does get very crowded on Main Street. Very, very crowded. Sometimes they'll do an alternative exit, not entrance. And you'll kind of go a little bit backstage and you'll just kind of loop around Main Street to get you out. And then you can watch the fireworks from there, but you just see backs of buildings. It's nothing crazy. And cast members are opening it up, so they'll direct you out. But just know, Main Street is a fantastic choice. You can't see both sides of the building projections, depending on what side you're on, and it does get crazy busy. As I said, behind the castle near Fantasyland is another stunning view. But if you do really want that prime or relaxed reserved experience, definitely consider booking a dessert party. Okay, so we've talked about it. We've said that this is a part of your Disney day. You do not have to pay anything no additional ticket fees, no nothing. So what do I give this for this absolutely spectacular fireworks show? I've said it a million times. This is 5+ out of 5 stars. This is phenomenal. Happily Ever After isn't just a fireworks show. It's a collective of Disney moments, an emotional finale, and a memory you will carry with you long after you leave the park. Because trust me, the first time I saw it, I cried, and I loved it, and I've loved it every single moment since. I will put it on at home just for entertainment and joy and feeling all those Disney feels. It speaks to the inner child in all of us, just urging us to be bold, to be brave, and to believe. Also, it sparks the magic and joy of Disney, which we cannot ask for anything better. It's a reminder that our own stories are starting to be written, and that each of us has the ability to create their very own Happily Ever After. So whether you're a first-time viewer or a lifelong Disney fan, this show is the heartbeat of Magic Kingdom. And that is why we give it a solid 5+ out of 5 stars, because no other number feels like this could be good enough. This is spectacular. As the final spark fades and it echoes the Happily Ever After song, just drifting away into the night sky, one truth remains. Disney magic is alive and well. This show isn't just about entertainment. It's about emotional, beautiful, and an incredible crafted tribute to dreams, determination, and the power of storytelling. Whether it's your first time or your 15th time, or your 50th, or your 150th time watching Happily Ever After, it's truly a reminder that every single ending can start with a new magical beginning. And for us, this show just isn't something. It's such an incredible moment that will last with you forever and make a difference in your Disney day and Disney trip. And that is why we wanted to give this Hey Disney, Give Me a Review to you, so you can make sure you experience your Happily Ever After. Well, with that, we come to a close, and I want to know, have you seen Happily Ever After? Do you love it? Is it maybe something you don't like? Let me know here on our podcast. Don't forget to check out our corresponding blog, which is happily-adventuresafter.com, and follow us on our Instagram at happily-adventuresafter. I'm London, and I hope you have an incredible, blessed, and wonderful day. And I will see you real soon. Bye, everyone.